No historian actually makes any connection between Freemasonry and the Knights Templar. Now, we understand the reasons for this is that there's an early Masonic degree called the Scots Master degree. It's the earliest degree that we know of that has a connection to the Scottish Rite traditions. It's our ancestor, goes back to the 1730s. Had a story about knights from Scotland that went to the Holy Land, and they investigated the ruins of the temple, and they made certain discoveries. Well, these connections, seem like a great story, that they became part of Freemasonry. But in fact, we have no evidence of this. The Knights Templar were started in the year 1118 under the authority of King Baldwin of Jerusalem. And they were the people who made safe pilgrimage for, Christians to come visit the Holy Land. They fell out of favor with King Philip the Fair of France, who was bankrupt. The story that all Masons know is that Philip the Fair and Pope Clement V got together and they disbanded the Templars in the year 1312. And that they found them to be guilty of heresy, and 2 years later, of course, Jacques de Molay, the last of the Knights Templar, burnt to death at the stake. And so the story is that surviving Templars fled to the islands of Scotland and then became allied with Robert the Bruce and then came into Freemasonry. But there's no evidence of this. A few years ago, I believe it was 2007, they discovered a lost manuscript in Vatican archives, the secret archives. And it was actually the records of the trials of the Templars. And that's what we have here. We have a beautiful reproduction